Ladies and gentlemen, a special message from the President of the United States.
It has come to my attention that there's a lot of people living in a lot of fear due to some recent things and from the fake news media putting out some really significant lies out there. So I have taken it upon myself. I'm going to listen to every complaint. We're going to listen. I'm for all Americans, really. And we're going to hear some people. There was a recent city council which had some not so good thoughts about me, but that's okay. I'm willing to listen to them, and we're going to listen to them now, and I'm going to respond to their fears. We're going to make sure nobody feels fearful. We want to love everybody. We're going to put it out here.
I need the city to protect me because the federal government won't. And if you think you're afraid of Trump, you should see how afraid of Trump I am.
We don't want anybody to be afraid, but I may be afraid of some people on the screen right now if they came at me, but that's okay. I won't be afraid of you. You won't be afraid of me. Nothing is scary here. Nothing is scary. That's okay.
Can you wrap up, please?
Yes, I can. If you say...
Those eyebrows, I'm not entirely sure. People say my hair is fake. Hey, glass houses and all that.
That you're afraid of Trump and that's why you don't want the city to be a safe space for trans people, you better prepare for...
Nothing is unsafe. Nobody's not safe. It's very safe. This is not so safe. Silence equals death. I'm not a big fan of that. There's, a lot of people just don't like to talk. This guy in the glasses, he's not talking. Is he going to die? I don't know.
For trans people to make this a very unsafe space.
I'm shaking right now.
Hang on.
Trans people, you better prepare for trans people to make this a very unsafe space.
Okay. Just one moment. I have to make a phone call to the great Pete Hegseth. We're gonna call Pete because that sounded like a terrorism threat of some sort, so I'm afraid I have to get Pete on the line. Just one quick second. Hello, Pete. Yes, apparently all the trans people are going to make things unsafe for everybody. We're going to keep people safe. We don't want cities to be unsafe. I'm going by her words. I don't know.
I'm shaking right now.
This person is not shaking. That's fake news.
I don't want to be here.
Please.
I'm sorry, am I taking too long pleading for my life?
Yes, that's literally what he just said. You're taking too long. Please plead for your life a little bit faster. You know, whenever I pled for my life, I said, give me my shoes back whenever I was actually about to die. I'm not sure how many people in this crowd have really faced that. Oh, we've got purple hair. That's always a good one. Let's see what's going on.
You remembered how many children I have and that 2 of them are trans.
I have a lot of children, too. None of them are trans, but we both have children. That's good stuff. Oh, I guess that was it. Just the 2 of them were okay. Now, this gentleman, I hope that I'm not speaking out of turn, calling him a gentleman, seems to be ready to talk here. Got a great hairdo there. I love the red cap. I think he might have MAGA on the back of that.
I speak as both the B and the T in the LG.
Bacon and tomato, they're both great. I'm in completely agreement with this gentleman. He's a great guy, a great American.
BT.
I'm multiply disabled. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a connective tissue disorder that causes me...
That's a big one. That's a big one.
I'm on the autism spectrum.
Oh, dear.
And I have narcolepsy, and I couldn't find myself here, so
I was prepared for this sort of speech, so... We have a lot of different pity points that people want to score, and a lot of people have a lot of different genders and different things that they have that they want to be. And so I've actually created a point scale for this. It's not a perfect system, but we're working on it every day. Elan and I. We have the tisms. It's only worth 1 point, I'm afraid. That was one of hers. We have narcolepsy. That's worth 2. That's good. She's got 3 overall. I'm afraid the other one is a little bit specific. We haven't accounted for that. It sounds like an actual one, so we're going to put that a little bit higher. But as you can see, we have Paralyzed, that's a 5. Really old, like Sleepy Joe old. His social security number is 1. That's a 5. You can't talk, you can't do anything when you're really old. I'm old, so I've got 4 points. I'm above this person, I think, for now. Blind, deaf, dumb, not so bad. You just can't talk. And some people could use that, really. I mean, I think that would make things a lot better for some people. Like Nancy Pelosi, she's a nasty woman. I wish she couldn't talk. We have, a limb. A limb is off. That's worth 4. That's a nasty thing. I mean, it depends on the limb. Sometimes eunuchs, they would lose what some would consider a limb, and that's not so bad. For some people who don't need to use them anyway. But if you lose a leg, I would not like to you lose a leg. That would be nasty business. We've got very drunk as a 3, drunk as a 2. I never have drinks. I have never drank in my life. My brother, Fred, well, I won't go into that. But bald, that's a 1. Nobody likes you when you're bald. And, of course, ginger as a 3. Gingers, nobody likes gingers, so this lady gets a grand total of 3 upon further revisement if she has an appeal. If she has an appeal and she wants to get that other disorder on the scale, we can give her possibly up to 6 pity points, but continue.
I had to hide from my driver that I was in drag, which is not an easy thing to do in drag.
I do not.
I don't completely understand these people, but I'm fairly certain they could have gone in the car not in drag to plead their case, but perhaps I'm mistaken. Perhaps it will literally murder them to not be.
Not want to be here.
This person has an interesting makeup job, very interesting. I like the suit jacket. I like the button-up, very classy, very good stuff. I even like the coif and the hair. People say mine is fake, it's not. But, I'm not so sure about the rest. I'm not sure if they're going for man, woman, somewhere in between. Let's see.
Here. It's my day off. I do not want to be in your DMs. I do not want to be.
Now, this looks like a fake gingerism, actually. At least in the facial department, it's somewhat of a red tone, so that's not so nice. That's what we call intolerance. They call it intolerance, and it's
in
not
your
so
email
good.
inboxes. I do not want my creativity writing diss tracks like Kendrick. I don't want to spend an hour applying
Well, if you walk away from the mic, then you're going to have to yell.
glitter on my face so that you will hear and see me.
Well, we can hear you just fine if you stay next to the microphone. That's why it's there, please. You can't hear me even if I'm yelling from over here. You're not going to be able. You see how that works? It's a microphone. You actually have to speak into it. I know this is complicated for some people. Maybe some people are going to be mad at the microphone now. I don't know. This is called ginger impersonation, though. She drew some red lines on her face, and that is fake news, and that's not so good.
I want you to listen to me.
Okay, but please use the block button. That is my presidential address. We're going to use the block button because I agree with her. You don't want her in your DMs. And you don't want her in your inboxes. There is a block button. We need to block people. We're going to make blocking great again.
Let us remember that the Nazis burned the books that the Nazis burned books.
Well, you're asking us to remember, and yet you seem to be reading it off of a phone. That's kind of hypocritical, I would think. You have to remember the things you're asking other people to remember, or you're somewhat of a hypocrite, I would say.
On gender sciences first. Now the administration has villainized and marginalized migrant workers, trans, LGBT people, and even special needs.
TQ plus, you bigot. And people say I'm a bigot. You need to have the plus. You need to have the plus for a lot of things. They want to put a lot of things in there.
Denying life-saving and affirming care.
Can you look at
Life-saving and affirming care. I have not banned any life-saving things. I have not banned a single life-saving procedure. People are still allowed to have the open heart surgery. They're still allowed to have, getting rid of tumors. Tumors are nasty. We're going to get rid of those. So we still have a lot of life-saving surgeries. Chopping off the boob. They're chopping the boobs. They're chopping the dicks. Chop, 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 chop the boobs. No, that's not life-saving. I'm sorry.
Me and tell me how many of my friends need to die before you do anything?
How many of your friends have died so far? My guess is a very low number. I'm not sure who's killing them. If somebody has killed your friends, please report them to the police and we'll take care of it. We've got Tom Homan. He might be able to ship off those criminals. The great Tom Homan. He might be able to take care of them for you.
Please wrap up.
Look at me!
We're all looking at... We would rather not be. We'd rather look... the girl to your right is kind of cute, actually. Or to my right, but I guess if we have to look at you, then we'll look at you.
Okay, we're all done here.
Fucking
Hey,
pathetic!
no, we're all done.
Well, that's just not very classy. Also, that sock and boot combo, you can't see it, but it's something.
Come on.
Of course, we need to continue celebrating Black History Month because in spite of what's coming down from Washington, we all know that we all exist and we all need to be recognized for our existence.
I have not banned Black History Month. I have no plans to ban Black History Month. And I certainly am not denying the existence of anyone. You exist. You're there. I wish you weren't there right now. I wish you were off somewhere where I didn't have to look at you, but you're there. We're never arguing with an imaginary person. We live in something called reality. We live in something called reality, and it's a really nice place sometimes. Other times, not so much, but that's okay.
But be aware that you are a guest in my house when you come. And when
I'm gonna come and listen to what you have to say.
you come, know that there are strong queer and trans people in my classroom who will collect you with the quickness.
I don't know what that phrase means. I don't think she does either, but if it was some sort of threat, I'm going to have to call Pete again. You guys have to stop saying these things or else I'm going to have to keep calling Pete. Or Tom Homan, possibly, depending on the legality of your friends. You did not look very strong. I know you said there were strong people, but that's okay.
My name in drag is Dee Dee Delight.
Oh, that's the worst. When you do the applause line and you only get one person or nothing. No applause there. Unfortunate.
And my name out of drag is Dewey Cosgrove Atienza.
You didn't seem as excited about that one.
LaRouge, he, they, in drag, District 3.
Hello, he, they. That's a strange last name, but hello.
Legal name is Olivia D'Ambrosio.
Is this person wearing a onesie of some sort to this here? And that is one hell of a scarf. Look at that. That's very warm, looks like.
My public name is Livy Scanlon. My wife and I own a home in the Canal District.
I speak as someone who is always misgendered, like, all the time.
Look, sir, I don't see how people could misgender you. You've got a very manly presence about you. I mean, look at that chin.
People refer to me as sir when I prefer to be referred to as ma'am.
Well, I'm not a mind reader. I don't know what to tell you.
I speak as someone who is afraid to use public toilets.
Well, there's a lot of strange fears. I haven't put that one on the pity points chart, the fear of public toilets, but I mean, a bathroom stall, to my knowledge, I haven't gone in any many women's ones, but, except one time when I was with Billy Bush, but as far as I know, there are stalls in each, so you should be able to urinate however you like, or take a shit however you like.
I speak as someone who is a member of this community and is a queer person.
You have to imagine being me and my wife.
Okay.
Fearing that our marriage rights will be stripped away at any moment.
I haven't put forth any bill for any sort of marriage. It's up to the states at worst, but I'm not gonna ban it. We're not getting rid of it.
Please, I only have so much time. Please, Joe's gonna cut me off.
Which matters more? Covering the legal fees of systemic police brutality or protecting the lives of queer people in our community?
how are your lives threatened? How much is it going to cost?
How many lives have to be lost before you consider...
All these lives lost? I haven't heard anything about this. I don't understand. It's really frightening. Who's dying? What's going on? I'm the president. Nobody's told me about all these people dying. I don't know.
fighting back against fascism and corruption?
Oh no, from where? If they're talking about Zuckerberg, I straightened him out. We got rid of the fascism. We got rid of the censorship.
Now is the time to say that if federal money relies on the dehumanization of trans people, that we don't want your goddamn money.
I get that.
Oh. Well, then why are we even here? Okay, you don't want the money. Okay. That's gonna be okay. So you have spoken for everybody else here. I don't know why they came and said the opposite, but apparently none of you want it, so we won't give you any. There, deal.
Some of you care more about easy funding than trans lives, and don't mind Nazis for some whatever reason, but...
We don't like Nazis. We put a lot of Nazis in the video games, and we kill them. So there's a lot... Nobody likes Nazis here. I don't know why they keep bringing up Nazis. I have a Jewish granddaughter, a Jewish daughter, and a Jewish stepson. Not so much in with the Nazis myself. There's some nasty people on Twitch that seem to like them. They follow some groups that do some salutes. But that's okay because... Well, actually, it's not okay, so we're going to look into that. Don't worry.
Normally, I would say good evening, but through the chair, I will only impart my sour grapes.
Such a nasty woman. That's not a nice way to introduce yourself. You know, one time I got introduced very rudely, and I let them know.
It's an extremely emotional and taxing thing to stand up here as someone as part of the trans.
It looks like getting ready in the morning is extremely emotional and taxing for yourself, sir or madam. But you'll keep going.
Gender diverse community.
My name is Katie. I'm from District 5, and I'm speaking in support of agenda items 10B and 14.
Katie, I have to say that's an interesting setup you have there. There's chains, there's red, I like the red, and there's a lot going on there. Let's see what you have to say.
B. Right now in our country, Trump is threatening the trans and gender diverse community.
Noticing people.
I didn't say that. Actually, I haven't been threatening it. Nobody's threatened. Nobody's threatened.
People here are trying to control the rights of others, and that's not right. We should make Worcester a sanctuary city for trans people. Everybody deserves to feel safe, and everybody needs to feel safe. I've lived here for 4 years, and there hasn't really been any changes in how people feel safe in the city. My birthday is this Saturday, and all I want is peace and for you to vote yes. Please don't let me down for my birthday. There's a lot of queer people that I love, and to Candy Carlson, you should know to never call someone I'm 7 and I know better. The kids are watching and we're ready to vote you out.
It's worth noting that children cannot vote. That person, he said he was 7. He's going to have to wait quite a while. About 11 years. 11 years before he can vote. I've only got 4 years and I've already won 2 elections, so not going to happen again. Oh, the singing. The singing is always the best part. We love the singing. We love people singing. It's great. Okay. Well, that was enlightening. That was, I can't say that I'm going to change any policies based on those complaints. The one person noted that they didn't want our money, so we won't give them money and they can do whatever they like. And God bless you. God bless the United States of America.
Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.